Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are making apple pie, one of America's favorites and a family favorite too. It's only going to take about 5 minutes for me to show you how to make a delicious apple pie. You can make this with a store-bought pie crust, but I would recommend making your own, which you would have seen that in the video the day before this one. So let's get started. What you're going to need for the pie filling is 6 to 7 McIntosh apples. You can use, I've made them before with Honeycrisp or a few others. Just make sure that you slice them thin enough that they get cooked the whole way through. I don't like apple pies with firm apples. That's a no-no. So McIntosh are almost guaranteed to bake up soft enough that you'll have no issues with that. But Honeycrisp is also delicious. I just cut those apples a little bit smaller. You're going to need 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons flour, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, a dash of nutmeg, and a dash of salt. I'm just going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon, 2 tablespoons of butter, and that is it. And you will have the perfect apple pie. So we'll start by peeling, then taking the core out of our apples. This is a cheap little apple peeler, but it saves a heck of a lot of time. I'll still have to trim them up a little bit, but not too much. You can also make tasty little treats out of the apple peels, but I'm too lazy to do that tonight. Next, we'll go ahead and take the core out. This makes it so much easier to cut, and you waste a lot less apple. At least I think you do. Next, we're going to slice them into thin pieces. Little bite-sized pieces like that. This right here will make 1 pie. Doug and I are going to go visit our son and his wife tomorrow. And he requested an apple pie. So when the little baby of the family requests an apple pie, guess what Mommy does? Mommy makes an apple pie. Our youngest is 24 years old, and our oldest is 40. Next, what we're going to do is mix the sugar, which was 1 cup, the 2 tablespoons of flour, the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, the dash of nutmeg, which I'm using 1/8 of a teaspoon, the dash of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon. So we'll mix those together. Then we're going to pour it over the apple mixture. I'm going to stir it around, and then I'm going to let it set for a few minutes until it gets a little syrupy. Then I'll pour it in the pie pan. These are heavenly to eat just like this. So I'm going to have one. Wonderful. Fantastic. Now, just because this is an apple pie does not make it healthy. Once you add all of the sugar and you have the pie dough, and we're going to top it with some butter, no longer is it a health food, but it is a good food. Okay, once all the apples are coated in that sugary goodness, go ahead and put it in your pie pan. Now I have a lot of apples here. I might have a little bit too much. That was some big apples, so I don't know that I'm gonna use all of them, which will give me an excuse to eat some. That's plenty. 6 probably would have been sufficient for this. Depends on the size of the apple. So next what you're going to do, take your 2 tablespoons of butter and just put little teeny pats on top. Then we'll put the top pie crust on. So what I'll do next, let's get rid of the excess pie dough. Then we'll just pinch the sides around. You're probably going to want to put a cookie sheet down below this on the next rack. to catch any drippings because this is pretty well loaded. Probably it's gonna drip over a little bit. Next, what we're gonna do is make a few slices just to let the steam come out. Then we're gonna top it with a little bit more sugar. Now it's ready to go into the oven. We are going to bake it at 400 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. Yep, perfect. Soft as can be. Very good. I'm gonna let this cool for a couple of hours before I put it away. Somebody's calling me, hold on. So this will be the dessert for tomorrow evening's meal at my son and his wife's home. They live out near Harrisburg. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll get their opinion of the pie that I've been making for about 40 years, and you'll just see how good it is. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Here's the review of the apple pie.
All right, so we got one here.
Right there.
Roll, please.
Your thoughts?
I'm gonna get a second bite just to make sure I get
Just to
all the
be
flavor.
sure, yeah.
I like the spice with it, like the cinnamon or like
Yeah.
apple spice, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a really good blend.
Very good.
I like your pie crust. It's very crunchy. See how you really just nice and
Oh
light.
yeah. Look, Zach's
Yeah,
even
and-
using a spoon.
See, it all gets together.
Yeah.
You know, it can just stays together. It's not runny. You notice how your sauce here, you're doing kind of your apple stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of congealed, so that's good. It's good. That's what you want to see.
The second taste, very good. And Doug, you're having the boxed.
It was good.
It was good.
You can
Bar-
see
the right
it's
there,
gone.
that's what was Doug. That's what he had.
2 thumbs up.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, like we like to do here on D's Delights. 10.
10, always 10.
10. Always a 10.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you.